great to see you. Congratulations on the WWE and ESPN deal. Obviously,
it's exciting.
The WWE network was ahead of its time, started with subscribers. Then we sell the WWE network, I believe, to Peacock first, and then the evolution of your guys' digital service and subscription service and pay-per-view model has been trailblazing, I think, for the entire entertainment world. And now teaming up with ESPN, it feels like it makes sense. Whenever this was presented to you as an option or an idea, what were your immediate thoughts?
Well, the first time it was said to me, like, hey, ESPN is in the mix here, and I was like, oh my God, that could be a game changer for us. Just the fact, like, who does promotion of big events better than ESPN, right? Like college game, everything that surrounds big events for them, they do better than anybody. And then if you want to look at big events, who puts on better big events than us? So that mixed together of that level of mainstream PR, that level of coverage for us, I know probably for you watching, when I was watching as a kid, it used to frustrate me if you missed something, there was no place to really catch up on it afterwards. Like, nothing mainstream covered it. It was never in the news or sports or anything like that,
Yeah.
This puts it in that and normalizes it for everybody.
There's still the carny mindset about how we'll always be outcasts in the wrestling world, how like people will view it as not legit, obviously, because of that entirety. But whenever you look at it from an athletic standpoint, the performers are so incredibly athletic, insanely athletic, Olympic level athleticism happening. And then when you talk about the performance, I think people who like sports like to see people do their thing at a high level, which is what the WWE does. And also, I think a lot of sports fans that maybe aren't into WWE, I think whenever they're exposed to it and they realize, like, wait a minute, this is a men's soap opera kind of. This is like a soap opera for dudes a little bit. We can kind of buy into this. I think there's a lot of appeal to sports fans that maybe haven't been in that ESPN will bring, I think, as well.
I think so too. And I think the conversations are just different. It's like sometimes people say the soap opera stuff, but there's the behind the scenes, there's the things that are going on that you don't read about or see necessarily on the show. No different than I just sat here and listened to you guys talk about
Drama.
the NFL, the drama of it, the drama of the drafts, the drama of who's doing what, and are they good enough? Are they getting paid too much for what they contribute? All that stuff's just drama. It's the same thing, and you can pick and choose. Do you want to just pay attention to the storylines? Do you want to see the backstage stuff? Do you want to... When you start digging into it from that, all that level of drama of any sport is there.
And then you get your eyes on Penta one time and you're like, wait a minute, what is this?
Going on here?
What the hell is going on here? This is pretty electrifying.
You start walking around your house
You surf walking a little bit. Rest in peace, Scott Hall, obviously living legend in it all. Last question from me for you, and then obviously got to turn our attention to the Indianapolis hero.
Yeah.
What the Halley? Did you see his ass walk up here?
Oh, yeah. Looks good.
Fresh new, brand new Achilles, bro.
Shoes on.
Coming out there entirety. Wrestlepalooza.
Yeah.
Why is this the event to launch the WWE ESPN partnership? Thank you for having it in Indianapolis. And Brock and John is gigantic. That's OVW class of...
oh, my God.
I don't remember the year.
Is it not 02? It's not 02?
Something like that. Yeah, like
02.
They made like a doc on it, I think.
Yeah.
It's Rip Rogers down
I'm a mark.
We're working on a career retrospect between the two that it's just fascinating to see their rise and who comes up how, and sort of they're doing this but at different wavelengths. Like Brock comes in and just sort of takes over as this rookie sensation. He's champ within like 5 months. Cena just can't get his feet under him. Then it slowly shifts. Then Brock leaves and Cena goes, and it's wild to see.
Yeah, and they're great with each other.
Yeah, but it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I remember John Cena just potentially breaking every bone in his body against Brock Lesnar a couple different times. I mean, they put on...
Having faced Brock Lesnar, it's common.
Absolute beast back in there.
Yeah.
And for you, Hallie, obviously WWE in Indianapolis. This is great news. Wrestlepalooza is a big deal. I assume you're going to be in there with that new Achilles? Are you going
in the ring?
Ooh. Yeah, in the ring. Yeah.
Single leg drop kick.
Yeah.
I don't know about in the ring.
No, not in the ring. We won't have you in the ring. We'll have you doing your video game shit with WWE.
DJ.
Maybe
do it all.
DJ.
Yeah.
But you and the WWE have become very tight, which is great. Same with our city, which I think we all love.
Yeah, for sure.
I just want to go say thank you to the two of you. You guys are like the dual mayors of Indianapolis. So
this guy,
appreciate
I'm like, I just am here.
Appreciate you guys, the hospitality, letting us into your city to do this.
No,
man.
we're
It's
thankful
gonna be
you're
epic.
doing this.
Yeah,
because this city, easy to get to for a lot of people, but also a lot of big-time wrestling fans. Tyrese, which I think is one of the main reasons you're like perfect for this city because of how you are. You're a superstar for sure, got a lot of moxie, but deep down in your soul, you're a mark.
Yeah, big time.
Right?
Super mark.
Which we
Super mark for
appreciate
sure.
and we like. Indianapolis, great host for these events.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited. I think Indy does a great job of hosting events just in general. The Super Bowl was here a few years ago, and that was good. And every time we do something here in Indy, I enjoy it.
John Cena's back to being a guy that you love.
Yeah, back to
because I
being a
remember
good
you were
guy.
out a little bit.
Oh, yeah, big time.
You were out a little
hated
bit.
Cena for a while.
Me?
Yeah, never.
Yeah.
I've never hated Cena. Well,
not
in
true.
Jersey, he stole my crutch, which was kind of
Crazy.
messed up, and I never got the crutch back, which is unfortunate.
Well, that sounds like a lawsuit.
See if we can't get an autographed one for you.
That would make his day,
That'd be
actually,
nice.
from John Cena.
Well, in Jersey, I was a heel because I was in Jersey, and I'm not very liked there. Well, here, people like me, so maybe we could get along, while we're here.
I heard maybe John Cena turned babyface, back being a good guy with the crowd because obviously the emotions of the run, and he realized that I think the WWE universe loved him so much. He felt that every single time.
He also just felt guilty about stealing your crutch and
Bingo.
couldn't take it anymore. Yeah, he just had to go back.
That's what I think. I think it was because of you. And then he said, I can't wait to have a massive event in Tyrese's building. What are you expecting from Wrestlepalooza next Saturday? And what are you excited about?
I'm super excited. We got the Usos coming back together. I think that's very exciting.
What was that all about last night? I think I saw Jay potentially doing a little.
Sometimes if you want to be the tribal chief at some point, you got to do things like the tribal chief way, maybe.
Oh, somebody texted me one time and said, every once in a while, the king has to roll a head down the hill to remind people that the king still can swing a sword or something like that. Somebody texted me that.
Yeah.
This is kind of what Jey Uso
That's right.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
maybe starting to experience as tribal
Every
chief.
now and then you got to lop off a head.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Exactly.
Every once in a while, you got to do that. LA Knight, I don't like what he did to him. But what else do we have at Wrestlepalooza?
Is Io Sky? Is that match happening?
Io Sky, Stephanie Vaquer for the women's title.
The contract didn't get signed last night, or it got signed?
To be honest, I was not there last night. I haven't had a chance to watch the show yet because I was at.
Oh.
I did Kill Tony last night, so I was in.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah.
How was that?
Oh shit! I'm not supposed to say that.
No. I've seen you do a Kill Tony step before to wrap one up, and it was great.
Yeah.
You were like built for it.
I forgot as a secret that I'm on there until Monday.
Well, dump it.
Yeah,
dump it.
Dump it.
Never happened.
Nobody will hear that. You're going to be great on that, I bet.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, yes, because I was a part of one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Cloud 7,
Yep.
if you do recall.
My wife looked at me. Pat was talking to us backstage. We had just got there, and you were talking to us, and you walked away, and she goes, "He's not in this show like that, is he?" And I was like, No, I don't think he is. I think he's just here having a good time. And like your music started playing, you walked out. She was like, "Oh no!" Yeah. I said, "He'll be fine when he gets out there, I think." Yeah, and you were great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I forgot that was happening. That was right after night 2 at WrestleMania. We had a long, great weekend.
Might have overbooked you. Yeah.
Yeah, might have had a long, great weekend. And I'm in my bus. I think I was in my bus with everybody. And Kittle was in there. And all of a sudden I get a text from Tony. He was like, "Hey, can't wait for tonight, buddy." And I go, "Oh, no. I completely forgot about that." I was in a different part of town, too. I was one of the last people to arrive. You showed up right after me. And I didn't really know what was going on. I'm like, "Are we doing a Kill Tony up there?" Like, "No, it's going to be a celebration of WrestleMania." Then I get there, and everybody had their jokes written out, like, beforehand. I go up to, like, Nia Jax. I'm like, what are you saying? And she starts saying what she's saying. I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah, people put effort into it, right?
Yeah, real rude. Like, they were saying some very rude. And
some mean stuff.
Then I go to the next person. I'm like, "Oh, what are you saying?" And they start saying, I'm like, "Oh, my God. I am not prepared for this. I don't think I'm supposed to be doing this." So I go over to Tony. I'm like, "I don't think I'm as ready as everybody else." He goes, "It'll be fine. Just be silly, it'll be no problem." So I go up there, and I immediately realize this is not going to be fine. And then I sit down. Thank God there were some other targets. But boy, what a wild night. You came out at the end, though, and immediately as you started talking, I'm like, "Oh, Triple H is perfect for this. This is literally like something you're perfect for."
So I wasn't even planning to go out there. Like I had nothing. I wasn't planning to go out there. It just got to the end, and Nick looked at me and he said, "You think he's trying to wrap this up? He just doesn't know how to get out?" Because now he started to go into hey, here are the jokes that didn't make it to the cut list, and I'm like, that's not like if you're doing the jokes that are bad now. Like feels like we've passed the point.
Show's over.
Go home. Yeah,
Right.
and. So Nick looked at me, and I was like, "I'm not going out there." And then I meant another minute or two that started to get uncomfortable went by. I was like, Yeah, I hit my music. Let me just go see if I can get us out of this thing. But it was fun, man. And,
Fun.
You know, those I love those shows. It's entertaining and just being off the cuff like that, which you're great at too. It's I know you didn't have anything written, but you were awesome.
Yeah, we did okay. Yeah, we had
you
a
were
good
great.
time. Yeah.
You
Ron-
don't remember it, but you were great.
No, I remember. Yeah, I remember it all. And also, I saw a couple clips of it hit the internet afterwards. I was like, "Ooh!" Everybody was told that this was not going to happen.
Yeah.
That was like a number one thing that everybody. I didn't remember much from the pre-show stuff. I remember reading a couple people's jokes and then going, "Oh no, that's really mean." I didn't know we're doing that. And then I remember everybody understanding, like, nobody's gonna, this is just
who cares?
Just go out and nobody's going to see this. That was everybody's mindset going out there. So then I'm in my mind. No matter how high I potentially was at the time, which was very high. Vegas has great weed. Shout out to DJ Bonix.
Jardine.
And Wiz. Yeah, and Wiz is a guy. It was an incredible time. We were celebrating it all. And then I remember thinking, how are they going to be able to do that? Had the whole thing, had the whole system. Then whenever I see it on the internet, I'm like, oh shit. I know everybody in there, no matter how they agreed, thought that wasn't going to happen. That ends up disappearing. I'm happy that thing still exists. And I'm very happy that you get a chance to go do it because I think your brain is good at that shit. Did you guys think about WrestleFest?
How did we land on that name?
There was a lot of thought, but it was in a brief period of time. So we sort of were under the gun of, you mentioned we come here, coming here for Indy. As soon as we heard that Indy was on the table, like they got the date open, we were in. This place is phenomenal, so that was a no-brainer for us. But we moved quick on this whole thing. The whole thing came together very, very quickly. ESPN asked for the date. They wanted a mega event. We said yes. We just had to pick a name and go. So,
WrestlePalooza, shout out to ECW, I believe, had.
Yeah. Shout out to ECW. Lollapalooza was a big thing, but now we're gonna take that title.
Oh, WrestlePalooza is about to be a thing?
I think it will be, probably, depending on how this one goes. We'll see.
Oh, I like a WrestlePalooza shirt. I like the name, and I like saying it. But WrestleFest also sounds
pretty
awesome.
Sweet. Pretty sweet.
WrestlePalooza, though, if it becomes a thing, is an awesome brand as a whole.
How difficult was that whole situation, though? Because obviously in the business, you guys do the long-form storytelling. Like, you have stuff planned out, and you have a new partner like this. You obviously want, we remember the Netflix premiere. It was like a WrestleMania-esque card. How difficult is it to put something together that quickly when like, hey, we might have storylines in place, but we kind of need to shift things to make sure that this goes off as well as possible?
It takes some work, right? You have the way the schedule is laid out. You have all your long-term stuff laid out in a certain manner, and then all of a sudden you've got something in the middle there. Instead of 6 weeks to the next thing, it's 3 weeks. So you got to draw everything out and shift some stuff around. But that's, it's funny when stuff like that happens. People say, oh man, it's just another shift or something. We do it every week. Somebody gets injured, and it could be as simple as someone's sick. They've got the flu. We don't mess around with stuff now. We don't want the whole locker room getting sick, right? So somebody's really sick, they stay home. We push stuff out a week. And we don't really report, the injuries fully when they're legit. We don't make it a point to get out in front of them and tell everybody somebody's injured. So sometimes you see things go away, or there's moments where stuff people aren't sure why. I expected that to happen here, but it didn't. It got pushed to there. There's usually reasons why. So that sort of turning on a dime is just kind of what we do. You can't do this and not be that way, because the injury card, everything else it's too hard to stay a constant course,
Me being a lifelong wrestling fan, WWE fan, to Tyrese's point, I am a WWE fan.
For sure.
So you've been a professional wrestling fan for a long. I'm gonna stop you right there.
WWE.
I am a WWE fan.
Yes,
I
sir.
was a WCW fan though.
Sure.
Whenever the Attitude Era was running,
yeah.
you're too young. You have no idea. Terror Rising was a real deal, brother. I mean, that's no
That was
question.
though, big run of WCW. I left there to come here already.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. Nitro started after I left.
But you were terrorizing in WCW?
I was terrorizing WCW, but Nitro started after I left. I was already up here, as Hunter Hearst Helms.
I like that, up here, which ends up being the story of that entire thing. And then forever, it stays that way. So I think for me, like, I saw some New Japan stuff. Like, it would come across my scroll because I have professional wrestling in my algorithm. But getting an opportunity to see how you guys do what you do and getting to witness the magic of what I've been a lifelong fan of and the moments that happen. That Netflix documentary, I know there was a lot of people, myself included, that were like, what are we doing here? Like, this feels like a bad idea. I think it ended up being great. Do you agree? And
I do.
Did you appreciate it after it was all said and done? Because I know you probably felt a lot of heat from a lot of people about doing it.
Yeah, though also it's a funny thing in my career. So, if you go back to me getting in trouble for the curtain call, right, back then, that was
Madison
us,
Square Garden.
Yeah, that was us sort of getting in trouble with the old generation because we sort of broke kayfabe rules and went out there, but it was the biggest reaction of the night when we did it at the Garden.
For those that don't know, there was something called The Click. Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall are about to leave to WCW. They just got done with a steel cage match, I do believe, in Madison Square Garden. At the very end of it, they all came together, hugged each other, gave a toast to the thing. It was like a send-off that we're all together, even though we're not. Vince and everybody backstage, very pissed. You actually got punished for that, I think,
Yes.
for a long time
Yeah.
in the entirety. So you've been used to getting hit on the shins, is what you're saying, it sounds like?
Yeah, to a degree, but my point being that sometimes, it's funny that like the internet is all complaining that we're lifting the curtain and showing you stuff. Meanwhile, they're doing a podcast that all it does is talk about the behind the scenes shit that's going on. Like, I don't understand that logic, right? Like, the world knows an 8-year-old kid picks up his iPhone, Google stuff, and it tells them all the behind the scenes stuff right there. So being able to see it, we're still not showing you how the trick is done. We're still not showing you how the guy levitates. We're still not showing you any of that stuff, but we're showing you how to me, what that show does is it shows you the heart, soul, and passion that everybody puts into that product to make it great for fans. It's not taken as the most serious thing on the planet. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be entertainment. It's supposed to be a good time. But everybody puts their heart and soul into it. And I think if you're not a fan, if you're a fan, you already know. If you're not a fan, watching that makes you think like, man, they put a lot into this.
Respect, maybe.
Respect to it. And man, I'm interested in watching that now. I learned something about these people as human beings, not just as characters, and that interests me in watching it. I've heard a lot of people say that.
Tyrese, how's it been getting into the WWE a little bit more? We know you're a massive mark, but getting a chance to meet everybody. Like, literally, when I meet him the first time, it's like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
It's Triple H right here, dude. Be cool, be cool, be cool.
And then your disappointment grew as the day.
No. The way you lead is awesome. No, it is a fascinating thing, though, as lifelong fans getting involved in that Netflix thing. I think gave people a good look from if you're not able to be in the building whenever it's all happening. You agree with that?
Yeah, for sure. I think it was the relationship I have with WWE has been amazing. And after I got hurt, H has probably checked on me more than maybe anybody else, texting me, checking on me, which is really cool. And when I tell my friends, like, I have to announce it. Like, people don't Triple H texted me, And my friends are like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Because like growing up, we watched it, So it's always fun when I get to, bring my friends around. And I was backstage at the Royal Rumble, not the pre-show, but the day before. You guys
press conference.
Yeah. In Gainbridge, and I took my little brother who had, he has never, and people were coming up to me backstage. The Miz grabbed me aside, and my little brother was like shocked that like everybody knew who I was. And at one point, I'm sitting back there, and I'm turning talking to H, and CM Punk comes up behind me and just smacks me on the chest. He's like, "You're lucky you're not in the Rumble. I'd throw you over the rope too." And my little brother he was like, "This is the coolest shit I've ever seen." So it's the relationship I have is really cool, and definitely love being able to see the ins and outs for sure.
He's just like one of the crew now, right? Like he comes in, he hangs out for rehearsals, he just sits at the table with
Gets
Cole,
his own desk,
the
whole thing.
Yeah, I was with Michael Hayes at SummerSlam for a while. It was a good time.
Freebird, baby, he's got a big brain. We'll continue digitally on ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, YouTube, TikTok Live, you name it. We wrap up here on ESPN. We'll see you tomorrow. NFL Week 1 was spectacular. More chatter tomorrow. Nailed it, I think. I think that's the second off. I feel like I really fucking hit him.
Boom.
We are still live. Don't break kayfabe, bro. Don't break kayfabe. Wrestlepalooza. Okay, next Saturday here in Indianapolis. I should have done more research on tickets. I assume they're gone.
Going well.
Brock, John Cena, main event.
CM Punk, AJ Lee, his wife, has returned.
AJ's
after
back.
10 years.
With Seth and Becky, right?
With Seth and Becky in a mixed tag.
Wow.
Okay, so mixed tag. When was the last time?
On a high level, like there's been a while since, there's been other ones, and I think they've been in the show and all that stuff, but there's a part of me that wants to say the biggest and the last really big high-profile mixed tag we did was myself and Steph.
Yeah,
versus
Mania.
Kurt
We were
and
there.
Ronda at Mania. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was a blast,
Awesome.
And when they're done well, sometimes people complain about the physicality. You can't have guys hitting the women and stuff, which is shocking that people complain about. But yeah, but
Definitely, not desirable. Which is why the rules are: when the dude's in, the dude takes on the dude.
Yeah.
When the woman is in, takes on the woman in the entire thing. But every once in a while, somebody will go barking up a Ronda Rousey tree.
Yeah.
Pop, 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 pop,
and
pop,
just
pop.
get battered.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Get battered. But I should have I should have just let her hit Steph. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have got in there. But yeah, this will be good when you have 4 performers that talented, and AJ just coming back. Like, it's funny, he spent out 10 years and hasn't missed a beat, man. Just right in there, as charismatic as ever, and fans are loving it. So it's going to be great.
Yeah, and obviously Seth and Becky.
I'll give you a spoiler right now. Cody will be back, Indianapolis. So we're
Oh my God!
That's big time.
Yeah.
Bada bada boo. Bada 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 boo. Bada 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 boo. Bada boo. Bada boo. Bada 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 boo. Bada 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 boo. Whoa! We don't know what the words are.
No.
We've tried our best.
I
we
actually
know
think
that.
those are the words. Yeah.
That's what we hear. Every time we try to.
You got the whoa down.
Yeah, we know when it's
It's the
coming.
most
Yeah.
important part. You guys
That's all
have
that
it.
matters.
Yeah.
That's going to be huge.
Yeah.
When he gets up on his roof. What a moment for him. He came out the All-Star game, home run derby.
Yeah,
Big
massive pop.
Big
Massive
pop.
pop.
At the end, too.
Yeah, everybody was tired. Everybody was
It's
exhausted.
right before the final round.
Yeah, he came out. Big pop for Cody. Okay, so Cody, Cena, Brock, Seth, Becky, CM Punk, AJ Lee, Io Sky, maybe.
Stephanie Vaquer.
We don't know if the contract was signed. Sounds like.
I don't know.
You look pretty spry today.
I'm not for sure. I don't know if it was signed last night.
Okay, that's going to be a gigantic
But I think it's already
WrestlePalooza.
announced, so we're
The
good.
WrestlePalooza is going to be massive. Yeah.